Today we're gonna go from this to this. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things, and today we're gonna get a little bit up close and personal. We're talking nothing but beards. Now, as this video is going live, we're getting into late November. No Shave November if you're growing a beard, or Movember if you're into mustaches. And of course, I have had a full beard and mustache and just facial hair in general for the better part of my life. It feels like, I think I've had a beard for, I don't know, 6 years or so. Ever since I started this YouTube channel, I've just always had a beard, and I prefer the way I look with a beard. Now, this time of year, every year, there are a lot of new beard growers out there, and I get asked a ton of questions about my daily routine, especially now that I'm traveling full-time in a van. How do you shower? How do you maintain your beard? How do you keep it looking the way that it looks on video? Right now, I haven't done much over the past couple weeks through November. It's of course No Shave November. I didn't start completely clean shaven, or a better term for it would be completely shaven. So as you can tell, I'm looking kind of gnarly right now. I'm gonna walk through my entire daily routine because it is the morning now. I'll even show you guys what I do with my hair if that's something that you're into. Like I said, we're gonna get really personal with this video. Most of the products that I use for my daily grooming stuff is all coming from Beard Brand. They make everything from soaps and conditioners to body wash and beard oil, which is essential if you're growing a beard. So if you want to check out any of the products that I'm going to be highlighting in this video, you can check out the link in the description down below. And there is also, I believe, a 10% discount code if you see anything that you want to pick up and try for yourself. So that being said, this is what we're working with right now. My beard is pretty scruffy. It may be a little bit difficult to see on camera because my hair is blondish, brownish, reddish tint sometimes. But my cheek lines definitely need to be lined up. My mustache is coming well over my lip, and that's annoying. So I'm gonna just give you my personal routine, and hopefully this will help some of you new beard growers out there. So the first thing that I like to do in the morning is, of course, get up and take a nice hot shower. I should turn my furnace on so I have hot water when I go to shower now. When you're in the shower, of course, wash your body. You don't want to stink, but also take care of your skin. A lot of beard health comes from healthy skin, so here are just some of the products that I'm using. When it comes to Beard Brand, right now my favorite scent is Tree Ranger, and I like to use Tree Ranger scent everything across the board. That way I'm not really mixing scents. You can if you want. It's whatever you're into. So right here is a Tree Ranger utility bar. It's really just a bar of soap. You can use this. Oh, it smells so good. You can use this on everything, your body, your hair, whatever you want. It's a utility bar for utility purposes. Now, when it comes to beards specifically, this is optional in my opinion. I don't always shampoo or condition my beard. I really never condition my beard because it makes it really, really soft, and my hair is pretty good. If your beard is really firm and straggly, you can definitely use conditioner to sort of straighten things out and make it a little bit more comfortable having a beard. And then when I'm out hiking, sweating, whatever I'm doing, maybe I'm working on the van, getting dirty, then I will typically use some type of beard shampoo. And here I have some more Tree Ranger beard shampoo. Now, through this process, I know a lot of you guys are going to have questions on personal beard growth and things like that, so feel free to drop some comments down below and I will try to answer them as best as possible. If you're new to growing a beard, I think one of the main things that I hear is, I've been growing my beard for about 2 or 3 weeks and it's itchy and it's uncomfortable. I want to grow a full beard, but I just can't get over this. The main tip that I can give you guys, and it's super straightforward, but just don't shave. When your beard hairs are small, they're gonna sort of curl around, especially if you don't have straight hair. Mine is pretty straight naturally, but those hairs will curl around and they'll poke you in the face when you have that scruff level type of beard. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but just ride it out. Just let it grow for at least a month. That's why November is great, because a lot of people try growing beards. It's getting colder out. If you let those hairs grow out to a longer length, they're going to start to pull away from your face, and it will definitely stop the itch. Using some high quality products, of course, is also going to help with the itch. But if you're in that group of people and you're one of those dudes who's like,
oh, my face itches because I'm trying to grow a beard,
just don't, dude. Don't grow a beard. Beards aren't for you. That being said, I'm going to hop in the shower. I'm going to wash my body, wash my hair, wash my beard, and of course, wash your face. Skincare is really important. I know a lot of guys who think that it's not masculine to have a skincare routine and stuff like that, but gonna be honest with you, it's kind of important. You only get one life, one chance at maintaining your body, so stay fit and take care of your skin. Now, excuse me while I hop in the shower. I'll check back with you guys in 1 second. All right, fresh out of the shower, and looks a little bit rough right now, but we're gonna get into the good stuff. You can probably already tell if I sort of push my beard down, it's already looking much healthier than it was before. This is a little difficult to show on camera, but I have my camera screen over here and I actually have a mirror over here. So if you see me looking around, that is why. So for my head hair, I'll just do that first because I like putting product in my hair while it's still a little bit wet. Depends on how I'm feeling that day, but sometimes I will use a sea salt spray like this right here. It just makes it sort of crunchy. But my preferred stuff right now is the styling balm. Beard Brand makes a styling balm, which you can use for your hair. You could use it for your beard, I guess, if you wanted to. But then they also make a utility balm, and this stuff is sort of like lotion for your skin. You can put it in your beard, your hair. It's got a lot of good natural ingredients in it, so you could use that if you want. The styling balm is definitely going to be more for your hair because it has a little bit of a hold to it. So I'll just sort of coat my finger like that, rub that in, get it all over my fingers, and literally just push my hair back so it's out of my face, and then I don't need to wear a hat. I could actually use a trip to the barbershop soon. I just gotta find one while I'm out here on the road. So there we go, that's literally all I do for my hair. Now for the reason why you're here, the beard. I basically just pat dry my beard with a towel. I don't use a hair dryer or anything like that. I find that to be a little bit excessive. I just sort of run my fingers through it and like flick out the excess water. One thing that I actually like to do while the beard is still drying is I'll take a comb like this, and it may seem counterintuitive, but I like to fluff my beard out. Sort of straightens out the hairs, gets out any kind of tangles that you may have. And now it looks pretty gnarly, of course. When I do this, it allows me to sort of see where I have some straggly hairs, and I can see like the curves and everything. So this is a process that I use when I'm actually shaping my beard, which I'll be doing right now. So now that I have everything fluffed out like this, I know I want to take some length off of my mustache and basically just shape everything up. The first thing I'm going to do is sort of get rid of these longer hairs on the outside, which are just straggling out there. I'll probably end up taking some length off of like my sideburn areas just to keep everything nice and neat. Here is one of the tools that I like to use. This is a Philips Norelco razor. Got it at Costco for like 30 bucks, I believe. Has a bunch of different head attachments. This one right here happens to be my favorite. It's the widest option out there, and it allows you to sort of use these outer edges to do a little fine tuning. So again, this is all personal. This is just what I do. It may not work for you, but once my beard is all sort of fluffed out and I can see where all of the excess hairs are, I'm gonna turn the razor on, and I'll come in here and just sort of lightly take all of that stuff off. I can see some hairs right around here that are just sort of chilling out there by themselves, so I'll just literally go around and shape my beard. Different beard shapes, of course, are gonna look different on the person depending on their face shape and head shape. I typically like to keep it a little bit rounded, almost down to a point in some cases. Right here we got a lot of crazy hairs. So I will shape it up in this fashion, and this could take anywhere from 30 seconds to like 5 minutes. It just depends on how particular you want to be. The underside of the beard is really difficult. I know roughly where my neckline is because I line it up so much, so I'll simply sort of feel it out with my finger underneath here, and then I'll come in, pull some of those hairs down, and clean up that line under my beard. At the length that my beard is at right now, can't really see that line anyway. But when you're starting fresh and your beard isn't really hanging off of your face yet, the neckline is just as important as your cheek lines. Now, as I'm doing this, I will fluff the beard out once again, that way I can see everything that's going on, see if I missed anything. I'll do this like 2 or 3 times. So right now with my beard all fluffed out, I'm actually pretty happy with the shape of it. I didn't honestly take all that much off. And now when I lay my beard back down how it is naturally, you can see that it's already starting to take shape. Now, a few of the trouble spots that I personally have with my beard are right in this area, because this part of my beard just grows longer. So you'll see sometimes that I'll get these hairs right here that sort of poke out. I like to comb all the hairs down now to how it sits naturally on my face. I also have some trouble areas up here. This just gets sort of curly and it does this weird like loopy thing. Everyone's different. You can also sort of have calyx in your beard like you would on the top of your head. So once I get everything laying nice and neat, I'll actually go around and do this same thing again. This time I'm going to be even more careful and particular with this razor because you can very easily slip and mess this up. So I'm coming down around the outsides, just shaping everything up. Now this part right here, me personally, I'll come in here and pull it out and just sort of cut it right off. You should definitely be careful when taking off a lot of hair like that because of course you can grow a beard, but once you cut it off, it's not as easy to get that hair back. So little bits at a time. I'm at a point now where I'm pretty happy with this overall shape, so what I'm going to do is move on to the mustache, which is way too long. You can see it sort of like covers my teeth, coming over my bottom lip. This may be a little extreme depending on how your mustache is, but what I do is I take that same razor and I'll throw an attachment on there. Right now I have a 12mm. I personally like to have a short mustache and then I let the sides grow out because it just sort of blends into the beard. So I have this attachment on here, and now carefully I'm gonna go through and sort of trim all the hairs down to this same length. I'm gonna start over here at the corner, make sure I'm getting only the hairs that I wanna cut, and then come through just like that. Same thing on the outside there. I'll sort of fluff my mustache up, and then just make sure I get everything nice and clean. Now that made all of the hairs uniform, but it didn't really get it from my lip. So I'll pop that attachment off. Now with the mustache side of my comb, I'm gonna come in here, comb everything down, and now I'll take one of these edges that I was referring to, and I will come across here and line it up almost perfectly with my top lip. All right, there we have a nice maintained mustache. Sometimes if I smile, the beard hairs right around here on this part of my lip will actually hang a little bit lower, so I'll go back in and actually take some of those off. Now the mustache is coming up on an angle and it's of course shorter in the middle. Looking all right. Now one last thing I like to do is pull the mustache up and sort of change the length of these hairs overall so they're not all the same length. Just sort of pull it out and take a tiny little bit off. This is something that really no one would be able to tell, but that is just something I like to do. Now, if your mustache is a little bit longer and you like having like a handlebar look or something, you can use Mustache Wax. I personally don't use this, especially since I keep mine really short, but I will throw a little bit on here just for video's sake. Take a little bit on the nail, rub that in between two fingers and sort of push the mustache out. It smells great. I love that Tree Ranger scent, and it just keeps things a little bit cleaner and nice and in line. Now from here, we're almost done. All I really need to do is clean up some of the lines, some straggling hairs, and do my cheek line. Cheek lines are very important. For this, I like to use a Philip Norelco One Blade. It's a razor. You can use this thing to shave body hair, you can shave your arms with it, and of course it gets a really close, nice shave. So what I do is I use this to do my cheek lines. So I've done this a million times. It may be sort of intimidating for a first-time person doing this. In the past, I've used straight razors, so this is a walk in the park. I'll turn this on, I'll come up here, and I'll just come down from the top of my sideburn here down to the corner of my mustache. Again, take off a little bit at a time. You can come down really slowly and slowly bring that line down, but if you take off too much at once, then you're just gonna have this weird, not natural looking line. So I know right where my line falls. I'll come in here and use the corner of the razor to make things tight at an angle in here. You guys weirded out by this yet? I'll also line up the top of my mustache if I have some hairs growing up a little bit higher. And that's pretty much it. Now I'll move back to under the beard for my neckline again using this because it does provide a pretty close shave. This time I'm gonna start from almost behind the ear and bring it all the way down to the front. There we go, feeling much better already. Now one last thing that I do It's completely optional, but you can get yourself a boar's hair brush like this. If your beard is really curly and you're having trouble keeping it in line, a brush like this will really pull down on those hairs and it will keep things nice and straight. As you can see, my beard is already pretty straight, so I really don't need to be using this. But I do like to use it from time to time to keep everything in line. And then to make things even more crisp and clean, what I will do is I will take some scissors, just like this right here. These are super high quality scissors. Now I will come up and trim off any tiny little excess hairs. This is something that you could do for about an hour. You can just stand in front of the mirror in the morning and I could find these little loose hairs all day long. If you don't care too much, then you could just not do this. I don't do this very often, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But when you do use scissors like this, you get a super clean looking beard, and that's how I keep my beard looking really clean. Now the last and final step, some people like doing this before they actually trim their beard. I typically do it after because this is like the reward for the end. Beard oil. If you're going to skip everything that I've done in this video and take away only one thing, beard oil is your friend. If your beard is straggly, if it is not soft and it's coarse and it's pricking your face and everything like that, beard oil can solve that. Now, some people who are new to beards don't understand that this is not just for your hair, but it's actually more for your skin than anything. Depending on how much facial hair you have, you can vary your level of oil. I put about maybe a nickel size amount on the tips of my fingers. I rub it around, and then instead of just sort of rubbing it on the outside of my beard, I'm going to come up from underneath and I'm gonna run my fingers all the way down to my skin and get that oil at the base of those little follicles in there. I like to pull my hair up and out. Once again, this will show any more stragglers that you may have. Don't forget the mustache. Then I like to push everything down, make sure everything is nice and orderly, and then any excess oil that you have on your hands, I'll typically just throw it into my hair. And all of this oil is natural, of course, too, so I'm just gonna put it on my arms, tattoos, dry skin, whatever. So there you guys have the completed shower morning routine for the beard, the hair, and a little bit of everything. If you're out there growing a beard, hopefully this helped you guys. And again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to answer anything for you. I think I can take care of a lot of the questions that I'm going to be asked. So when in doubt, grow it out. If you're unsure about the beard, just let it grow a little bit longer. If it's not the right shape for you, just wait it out. Let it grow a little bit. And then if you want and you don't want to do it yourself, you can go to a barber and you can get a more professional opinion on the topic of beards. So that is it. Hopefully this helps some of you new bearded dudes out there, and welcome to the brotherhood of having awesome rad beards. If you are new to this channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week, and as always, thanks for watching. I will talk to you in the next one.